A trip to London. Elena and Mikhail were best friends. They lived in a small town in Ukraine. One day, they decided to visit London. They wanted to see the big city, with its red buses, Buckingham Palace, and famous Big Ben. But there was one problem: they didn't speak much English. "We will use our phones to help," Mikhail said. "And we will smile a lot." Elena laughed. "Okay. Let's go." At the airport. When they arrived at Heathrow Airport, everything felt new and exciting. People spoke quickly, and the signs were hard to read. Elena held a map and said, "We need to go to the city center." Mikhail asked an airport worker, "Excuse me, how go to London?" The worker smiled and said, "Take the Piccadilly line. The train is over there." She pointed to the right direction. "Thank you," Elena said. It took them a little time to buy train tickets. A kind person helped them use the machine. Soon, they were on the train to central London. Getting lost on the Underground. The London Underground, subway, was very big and very busy. Elena and Mikhail wanted to go to Leicester Square, but they got confused. "Do we get off here?" Elena asked. Mikhail looked at the map. "No, I think we stay." But they missed their stop and went too far. They felt worried but decided to ask for help. "Excuse me," Mikhail said to a man on the train. "How to go back?" The man explained, "Go 2 stops back." "Thank you," they both said together. After a little trouble, they finally arrived at Leicester Square. Their first night. Elena and Mikhail stayed at a small guesthouse near King's Cross. The owner, Mrs. Hudson, was very nice, but she spoke quickly. "Tea's on the hob." "Help yourselves," she said with a smile. "What is hob?" Elena whispered. "I think it's the stove," Mikhail guessed. They figured it out and had a cup of English tea before going to bed. Seeing the sights. The next day, Elena and Mikhail went to see some famous places. When they saw Big Ben, Elena smiled. "It's really big," she said. Mikhail laughed. "Yes. And it's Ben." They asked a tourist to take their photo. "Photo, please," Mikhail said, holding up his phone. The tourist took a picture. "Thank you," Elena said, very happy. At the Tower of London, they joined a tour with a guide. The guide told stories about kings and queens, but Elena and Mikhail didn't understand all the words. They wanted to ask about the crown jewels but said, "Where are the crown tools?" The guide smiled and said, "Jewels, not tools." In Camden Market, Elena saw a beautiful scarf. She asked the shopkeeper, "Less money?" The shopkeeper laughed. "You mean cheaper? All right, for you, I'll lower the price." Elena bought the scarf and was very proud of her first bargain in English. Eating in London. Elena and Mikhail wanted to try English food, so they went to a pub. The menu had strange words like bangers and mash and toad in the hole. "Let's have fish and chips," Elena said. When the waiter came, Mikhail said, "Fish and chips." "2, please?" The waiter asked, "Do you want ale?" Mikhail nodded, not knowing what ale was. When it came, he realized it was strong beer. "Strong drink," Mikhail said, laughing. Meeting new people. One afternoon, they went to Hyde Park. They heard music and saw a group of young people playing guitars. "Come and join us," one of them said. Elena and Mikhail were nervous, but they sat with the group. They didn't speak much English, but everyone was friendly. They laughed, shared snacks, and learned words like cheers and mate. By the end of the day, they had made new friends and felt happy. A big problem. On their last day, Elena and Mikhail wanted to visit the British Museum. But they got lost. Their phone battery was almost dead, and they couldn't find the way. "We need to ask someone," Elena said. She stopped a woman on the street. "Excuse me, where is museum?" The woman smiled and said, "The British Museum. Go straight, then left at the second traffic light." Elena and Mikhail thanked her and finally found the museum. They felt very proud of themselves. The last evening. That night, they sat in a small cafe, drinking hot chocolate. "We did it," Elena said. "We saw London." "Yes," Mikhail said. "And we learned a lot of English." They laughed, remembering all the funny moments. Going home. The next morning, Elena and Mikhail took a plane back to Ukraine. As the city disappeared below them, they smiled. "This trip was amazing," Elena said. "Yes," Mikhail agreed. "We will go on more adventures. And next time, we will know more English." Their trip to London was not perfect, but it was full of fun, friendship, and learning. They showed that with kindness and courage, anything is possible. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our future content. See you in the next video.